good afternoon, good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start with the second year's subject, that is botany. Up till now, we have studied about how the plants initiate growing, how the classification of plants have been done, and how these plants have been classified according to their families, that is Liliaceae, Fabaceae, and Solanaceae. We have also studied about the reproduction of flowers and fruits. We have studied about how asexual and sexual reproduction is being done in plants. We have studied in detail about the plant geography, its habitat, its locations, and also we have studied about dicots and monocots, what is the difference between dicot root and monocot root, dicot stem, monocot stem, and dicot leaf and monocot leaf. And I'm glad that you people have been scoring a good marks in your first year's topics. So today we are going to start with your second year's topic, that is new topics in your second years, and we are going to discuss briefly about the syllabus which are present in your second year's botany subject. So I am Farihunisa, your botany lecturer for this year. So let's start with the topics of your second years. So first unit consists of plant physiology. What do you mean by physiology? Physiology is nothing but in detailed description of the plant structures. Okay. Up till now we have studied about external characteristic features, some output of internal characteristic features of plants. So now we are going to study about most internal characteristics of the plants. So first chapter consists of transportation in plants. What do you mean by transport? Simple thing, movement of substances from one place to other place is called transportation. So now how does transportation occurs in plants? What is going to transport? What is the transportation required in plants? What is the need of transportation in plants? Simple thing, transportation mainly requires transport of water as well as minerals. So there are two main features, that is xylem and phloem. Xylem usually helps in transportation of water molecules, whereas phloem requires the transportation of food materials. Okay. So in this chapter, you will be briefly studying about means of transportation, nothing but what are the carriers, or you can say what are the vehicles. Usually we go from one place to another through vehicle. For going in a long distance, to travel into a long distance, we usually require a vehicle. Similarly, in the plants also, for the transportation of certain chemicals or certain molecules, or certain water molecules, certain minerals, you require certain transport materials. Those materials are diffusion, facilitated diffusion, passive symphotes, and antipodes. So these are the diffusions, facilitated diffusion, active diffusion. All these diffusions act as a means of transport in case of plants. Okay. So next, we will also be studying about different comparison of different transport processes. We will be studying how one process is better than the second process. Okay. For example, how is a local train more efficient than a bus? Okay. So we will be studying differences between the two transport systems. Like for example, I just have given you. Similarly, we have also studied about plant-water relationships. What is the main relationship between plants and water? Okay. Like for example, how is water most useful for a plant to survive? Okay. How is water most useful for a plant to survive? Next, we will be studying about water potential. Potential is nothing but increase in the number of water molecules. Okay. So how these water potential molecules, osmosis, we have studied about osmosis, movement of molecules from higher concentration to low concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay. So all these osmosis, plasmolysis, imbibition, long distance transport systems, opening and closing of stomata. What are stomata? Stomata are the substances which help in gaseous exchange of plants, which are present inside the leaves. We have studied in the dicot dicot leaf, where stomata are present at the downstream or the lower epidermis of the leaves. Okay. So all these topics are covered in case of plants, transportation in plants. Now next, and also we will be studying about how the phloem transportation takes place in case of plants. So this chapter comprises of 6 marks. 6 marks in the sense, I'm just giving you a weightage of these topics also as well, so you can have an idea about it. So 6 marks is nothing but you will be having one VSAQ and one SAQ from this chapter. Okay. Next, we'll go with the second chapter. This chapter consists of mineral nutrition. What is mineral nutrition? What is minerals? Minerals are nothing but the requirements, or you can say the substances which are useful for plant growth purpose. Okay, the substances which are useful for plant growth purpose are most useful for plant growth purpose. So what is nutrition? The mineral nutrition is nothing but the amount of molecules or amount of substances which are required by plants for their growth and development. Okay, all these we will be studying about these macronutrients, what are the importance of nutrients in the plant body. And sometimes it happens that some nutrients also causes toxicity. For example, I'll just give you a basic example is, if you take a tablet in extra dose, what happens? It causes some adverse effect, or it causes you poison. So similarly, any micronutrient or any nutrient which is given in excess amount, or given with some other nutrients, or you can say given with some other ingredient, okay, causes some toxicity to the plants itself. For example, if you have we have a tablet called tetracycline. When this tetracycline is taken with milk, it causes bone deformation. Nothing but toxicity. So similarly, in case of plants also, there are chances where some toxicity takes place through the minerals or micronutrients. Okay, and we will be also studying about mechanism of absorption of elements. So how the plants absorb all these elements. Okay, how do they take these elements into their body, and how do they enhance these elements in their daily growth. Okay, and very important point is metabolism of nitrogen cycle. This is very important topic in your second chapter. Okay, and also we will be studying about biological nitrogen fixation, symbiotic nitrogen fixation, and nodule formation. What is mean by nodule formation? These are nothing but rhizobium bacteria which are present at the root nodules, which form a symbiotic relationship between plants and bacteria. Okay, so all these are studied in the chapter 2, and this chapter also comprises of 4 marks or 2 marks. That is nothing but from this chapter you will be getting 1 BSAQ or 1 SAQ. Okay, that is nothing but you will be having a 2 marks question or a 4 mark question. So next we will be studying about the third chapter, which is enzymes. In this, what you will be studying is enzymes is the chapter which comprises of chemicals. How does the reaction takes place in plants? Like how are the reaction taking, like for example, photosynthetic reaction, that is nothing but glucose, carbon dioxide and oxygen and light. In the presence of oxygen and light, how is the carbon dioxide formed? Okay, how is the oxygen is formed? How is glucose formed? So all these reactions will be studying. And enzymatic reactions. What are enzymatic reactions? Enzymes are usually the proteins which acts as the biological catalysts. Biological catalysts, nothing but for example, I can give a basic example is for carrying out a reaction, for carrying out a simple reaction. In your chemistry you have studied about catalysts. Catalysts are the nothing but these are the carrier molecules which acts as a vehicle between two reactions. They enhance the reaction molecule. Okay, they enhance the capability of a reaction molecule. So enzymes are very important for a reaction to take place. Okay, so you can say a catalyst, these enzymes or catalysts you can call, accelerate the enzymatic reactions. Accelerate in this nothing but enhance. You can say most probably they increase, or you can say they increase the rate of reaction. Okay, enzymes increase the rate of reaction. Okay, so like all catalysts, enzyme increase the reaction rate by lowering its activation energy. Like for example, most of the activation energy which is required for a reaction to take place is being reduced with the help of these enzymes. Okay, some enzymes can make their conversion of substrate to product occur many millions of times faster. Simple thing, if there is a reaction taking place, so with the help of these enzymes, a reaction will be taking place with a millions times faster. Okay, nothing but time consuming process will be reduced. Okay, this is a less time consuming process when you use the enzymes. So in this chapter you will be having 1 SAQ. Okay, so this chapter comprises of 4 marks. Next, the fourth chapter, which is very important chapter, that is photosynthesis in higher plants. So what is photosynthesis? We all know photosynthesis is nothing but conversion of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of light into glucose and oxygen. Okay, So in this we will be studying about how does photosynthesis takes place in case of plants, and where does this photosynthesis takes place. Okay, the photosynthesis, usually we know that photosynthesis takes place in the leaves. Okay, so in leaf, in particularly in the leaf, where this photosynthesis takes place. Okay, so how does this photosynthesis takes place, where are these what are these photosynthetic pigments. Okay, what are these photosynthetic pigments, and how does these photosynthesis helps plants to produce more amount of water and food materials. Okay, next and also here we will be studying about light reaction as well as a dark reaction. Light reaction is nothing but in the presence of light, whereas dark reaction is nothing but in the absence of light. Okay, in the presence of light, in the absence of light. Here, and also we will be studying about Calvin cycle, C4 pathway, photorespiration, and factors affecting photosynthesis. What are the main factors that are affecting photosynthesis? Like for example, light, water, and pigmentations. How the pigment, that is nothing but chlorophyll pigment. What are the characteristic main features which are affecting the photosynthesis? Next, this chapter is very important chapter. You will be having a one SAQ from this chapter. Sometimes there are chances that you will be getting an LAQ also from this chapter, but usually you will be having one SAQ. Sometimes there are chances that you will be getting an LAQ. Okay, so next chapter, this is respiration in plants. This is also very important chapter. You will be having for sure one LAQ from this chapter. So in this chapter you will be studying about how this respiration takes place, how glycolysis takes place, fermentation, glycolysis, which is nothing but conversion of glucose, conversion of ATP molecules, and aerobic respiration, aerobic in the sense in the absence of oxygen. Okay, in the absence of oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen, how these molecules, how the conversion of molecules takes place. Okay, here we will also be studying about tricarboxylic acid cycle, electron transport system, and oxidative phosphorylation. Here we will also be studying about amphibolic pathway and respiratory quotient. Main important thing is cellular respiration in this chapter. Plants like other animals also respire. Of course, plants like other animals will also respire sometimes, usually when there is no light present. Okay, so the plants get energy through the process of respiration, in which glucose will be breaking down to form oxygen and to form oxygen and release some energy. Okay, glucose will be breaking down in the form of with the help of oxygen will be releasing carbon dioxide and water in the presence of some amount of energy. Okay, so next chapter is plant growth and development. In the unit 1 you have 6 chapters. This is the 6th chapter, which is plant growth and development. In this chapter you will be studying about different types of growth regulators. What are growth regulators? Nothing but like we drink milk. In the milk we usually have some boost or Complan like structures. Why do we add it? Of course we add it for the taste, but sometimes it also gives you some kind of energy also. Okay, similarly in this also, plants also have some growth regulators like auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, ethylene, and abscisic acid. These are the most plant growth regulators, which gives you most importantly growth in the plants, which supports the plants in helping in growth and development. Okay, in this chapter you will be having one VSAQ and one SAQ. That is nothing but this chapter usually gets for a 4 marks or a 6 marks question. Next, also this chapter belongs to a category of development. Usually this chapter you will be studying about more about growth and development of plants, and what are the characteristic features of these auxins and gibberellins. How much amount of auxins and gibberellins are required for a plant to grow. Next you will be having unit 2. In this chapter you will be studying about microbiology. Microbiology is nothing but how does plants and animals, how does organisms involve in developing, how does a bacteria and a virus involves, what are the main what in detail about how is bacteria start, how is bacteria living, what are the types of bacteria, what are the shapes of bacteria, and how does reproduction takes place in bacteria. You can see there reproduction, you have sexual reproduction, conjugation, transformation, transduction, and the importance of bacteria to humans. How does bacteria help humans? We know that one basic example of a bacteria which usually help us is lactic acid bacteria, which is present in our milk, that is which is helping in conversion of milk to curd. So you have various kinds of bacteria which is helpful in conversion, in our daily life. So in detail we will be studying about all these bacteria which are helpful for human beings. Okay, so basically you will be studying about the types of bacteria, the main characteristic features of bacteria, and the nutrition of bacteria. Next, virus. Chapter 8 is about virus. Here you will be studying about discovery and classification of virus. How are virus useful to us, and what are the structures of virus, multiplication of bacteriophages, lysogenic cycle, viral diseases, and viral diseases in plants as well as viral diseases in humans. Today we have got a virus called coronavirus, which is very drastic, and today we have been suffering with that virus. So in detail we will be studying about viruses, viral diseases of plants as well as viral diseases of human beings also. And here also we will be studying about types of viruses, its description of a viral particle, or you can say virion. How is this virion been reproduced, multiplicated? So next, in detail we will be studying about virus. And here bacteria chapter will be consists of 2 marks, and also this chapter will consist of 4 or 2 marks. You may get an SAQ or a VSAQ. Okay. Next, third unit, which is very important unit, that is genetics. Here we will be studying about deeply about genetics of plant genetics usually. So the first the chapter is principles of inheritance and variation. In this chapter you will be detailedly studying about how a cross, or you can say a monohybrid cross, takes place between 2 different plants. Okay, I hope you people have studied about pea plant in your 10th standard, like cross hybridization of pea and green and yellow pea plants. So similarly here also we will be studying in detail the same thing, but in detail about cross hybrid, monohybrid, dihybrid and trihybrid crossing of plants. Okay, and also genetics is the branch of biology concerned with the study of genes and genetic variation hereditary in the organisms. Though heredity has been observed for many of the organisms, we will also study about how these organisms are helpful in our daily life. Okay, and you all already know, I guess, that who is the father of genetics. We all know, because you people also know that Gregor John Mendel is the father of genetics, who introduced the crossbreeding among the genetics. Okay, so next, in this chapter we will be studying about chromosomal theory, inheritance of genes, and mutations. Mutations are nothing but sudden change in the DNA molecule. In this chapter you will be getting 1 VSAQ and SAQ. That is nothing but this chapter comprises of 6 marks. Next chapter, Dr. Molecular Biology. In the next unit, that is molecular biology. In this chapter also you will be studying about molecular basis of inheritance. That is nothing but it is the branch of biology that deals with the structure and function of macromolecules, nothing but proteins or nucleic acids. What are proteins? Proteins and nucleic acids comprises of your DNA molecule. What is DNA? DNA is nothing but it is a deoxyribonucleic acid, which is main basic unit of our human living beings as well as plants. So how these DNA help in an organism to develop, what are the packaging of DNA, how the artificial DNA are produced nowadays. For example, in DNA fingerprinting, you have studied about DNA fingerprinting. So how these DNA fingerprintings are being done nowadays, and how these genetic materials have been processed with a single I hope you have been seeing about DNA test in movies or in any serials. So how does that DNA test recognized, how it is used, how it is done, and why it is done. So how do you recognize with the DNA test that that child belong to those parents? Okay, so how does that DNA will be similar to that parents? So everything we will be studying about in this about DNA and RNA in this molecule. Okay, in this chapter. And this chapter comprises 1 LAQ and 1 LAQ. Sorry, I have not written there. It comprises of 1 LAQ as well as 1 SAQ. Okay. So next, in this chapter you will be having 2 or 1 VSAQs or 1 SAQ. The next chapter, biotechnology. Here you will be having principles and processes of biotechnology. Here in this chapter you will be having 1 VSAQ and 1 LAQ. This chapter is also very important chapter. Here you will be studying in detail about recombinant DNA technology, usage of DNA in various kinds of fields. You can say in various fields, in biological field, in industrial field, in various or you can say in obtaining foreign gene pool, downstream processing, PCR insertion, in various molecular biology, in various other fields. What is the importance of DNA? Okay, you will be studying construction and artificial construction of DNA, tools of recombinant DNA, cloning of DNA molecules, processes of recombinant DNA, isolation of DNA, and as well as amplification of DNA, obtaining of DNA molecules, and as well as downstream processing. This is very important chapter of biotechnology. Biotechnology is nothing but it is the place where you will be studying about various about scientific technology, science using with the help of technology. Okay, so you can say it deals with large scale production and marketing of products and processes using live organisms, cells, or enzymes. You can say small cells from an organism, or enzymes from that organism, or sometimes it happens that we will be directly using some organisms. Okay, it happens there where modern biotechnology using genetically modified organisms was made possible only when man learned to alter the chemistry of DNA and construct recombinant DNA. Here in this chapter you will be studying how to construct an artificial DNA. Okay, so next chapter you will be having applications of biotechnology. In this chapter you will be studying about how these biotechnology, that is nothing but biotechnological uses, will be done in your daily life. That is nothing but in case of plants, in case of developing some resistant to the plants, biosafety, ethical issues, DNA fingerprinting, in molecular diagnosis and gene therapy. So what are the uses of this biotechnology in our daily to daily life? Okay, this chapter consists of 6 marks, that is 1 VSAQ and 1 SAQ. Next, unit 4. In this chapter you will be studying about plants, microbes and human welfare. Simple thing, you will be studying about how these plants and microorganisms are useful for our human living. So in this chapter you will be studying about strategy, 13th chapter, that is you will be studying about strategies for enhancement in food production. What is mean by that? Simple thing, you will be studying how to breed plants, how to growth, how to give a more yield for farmers, especially for farmers. If you are getting a 10 kg food per year, so how do you increase that 10 kg to a 12 kg or 15 kg? Those techniques are being studied in this chapter. You can see what is plant breeding, wheat and rice, sugarcane, millets, plant breedings of disease resistance, methods of breedings of disease resistance, how to avoid how to avoid diseases in the plants, as well as mutations in the plants, developing resistant plants, that is nothing but insects, removing insects from the plants, plant breeding improvements, and as well as increase in the food production, single cell protein, as well as tissue culture. Tissue culture is very important question for you people. That is, how is tissue culture being done and what are the important characteristic features of a tissue culture. Next, 14th chapter, which is the in this chapter you will be studying about 1 VSAQ as well as 1 LAQ. That is very important LAQ you will be getting from this chapter. Next, you will be having the last chapter is microbes in human welfare. Microbes are nothing but microorganisms which are useful in household products. I've given you a basic example, that is lactic acid bacteria, which is very important for our living kind. So how this bacteria is helping us? It is helping us from conversion of milk to curd, as well as you have studied about yeast, which are helpful in fermentation. So how we have we have various kinds of organisms which we are unknown of. So we will be studying about all these organisms in detail. Okay, so and also we will be studying about antibiotics. What are antibiotics? We have which we take, like for example, antibiotics give us strength to fight against some viruses or bacteria. Okay, and also chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. And also we will be studying of microbes in sewage treatment. Sewage treatment is nothing but cleaning of drainage systems. Okay, and in this you will be studying about primary treatment, secondary treatment or biological treatment. Microbes in production of biogas. For a basic example, you can say cow dung. From cow dung you will be having, you can produce some more important gases which are useful for our living kind. So all those production of gases from cow dung, from various other bioproducts is being studied in this chapter. Microbes as biocontrol agents, biological control of pests and diseases, microbes as biofertilizers, basic thing. Without fertilizer, there is no plant, there is no crop. So how do you use, instead of a chemical fertilizer, how can you change your crop into a biofertilizer with the help of a biofertilizer? As well as challenged posed by microbes. Nothing but how are microbes useful in our daily life? What are the challenges which we face with the help of microbes? So all these chapters, you will be having various other chapters in year. So of course, second year is far easy from the first year's topics. You have very easy topics and very familiarized topics. You can have a glance with, you can have a just, if you've got your textbooks from your seniors or from your any friends or sisters, you can just have a glance of all the chapters in your textbooks. We will be starting with the first chapter, that is transportation plants, from the next class, that is on Saturday. So the Saturday or Monday. So just have a glance that what is transportation, how does transportation takes place in plants, what are the main characteristic features of the plants, transportation plants. I will be giving my explanation through PPT itself. So if you want, you can have your notes, or you can say running notes. After the completion of chapter, I will be giving you a link for the completion of your notes. That is nothing but question answers. You can note down the question answers in your classworks. Just keep a book, that is plain notebook, for your classwork purpose. So you can write down all the question answers as soon as possible when I complete the chapter. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can just comment me in the sections. And also, just make sure that you have been thorough with the subject. Okay, don't lose hope from the subject. Just make sure you will be just going through the subject daily, or whenever you have some time, because any subject is not that easy. You should have a touch on the subject daily, because nowadays, because of this pandemic, everyone are losing some interest from the subject, and this is not good for you people as well as us. So if you want to succeed in your lives, and if you want to have some good ranks in your further classes, so you have to have some touch in your subject. Okay, so thank you, and just be prepared with your classes. Okay.